Good.
You're on.
All right, we're good. Start it off, Jared.
All right, we'll start this off. So, welcome everybody to a live episode of Grownup Human Comic People. We are the humans. Thanks for coming out, everybody. How you guys doing? Great. Good?
Come on.
All right, yeah. So, as we usually do, I'll introduce the players to my left. I got Chris.
Hello.
And J-Man.
Hey.
We have a bunch of people who aren't here, but you know what? Fuck them. I'm Jared. Welcome to the show. Usually I have like a piece of paper that I tell you where you can find us, but just look up Grownup Human Comic People on the internet and you'll find us. It's pretty easy. We kind of came out here with literally nothing to talk about. So on the ride out, we were kind of just making fun of stuff that we were seeing. What are some of the better ones that we saw? So for some context, for those of you who are listening and aren't here, we are at Reclamation Brewery in Butler. So thanks to Reclamation. Let's hear it for Reclamation for getting
Reclamation Brewery. I mean, This is a great place.
I had a little taste of
Clap. You are drinking here right now. Clap.
Did you guys see this sign right here? How long did that take?
That is impressive.
Look at all that shit.
Yeah.
To describe to our podcast, the sign is bottle caps and other stuff.
No, it's all bottle caps.
It's all bottle caps.
That's all
bottle caps.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the logo.
That's a lot of hot glue.
Someone who works here had to have done that, right? Because that's like if you got someone to make that for you, that's like what, I don't know, a few $1,000s for that much time. It's awesome.
I mean,
though.
You couldn't pay me enough to make that. I don't like doing things.
Oh no! If you asked me to do that, I would tell you to fuck right off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't ask if we were allowed to swear in here either. I'm assuming because there's
no kids
it's
in here.
a place for beers. Yeah, so that's probably fine, right? Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Nobody's paying attention to us right now, so.
Yeah, that's true. So what were some of the places we saw on the way out here?
My favorite was Gary's Barbershop.
Oh, it was Gary's, yeah.
Followed by Gary's Computer Fixin'.
In the same complex, right?
Oh, not in the same complex.
Oh, really?
No, in lots adjacent to each other. They were rival Garys.
Okay, so that makes more sense. I thought that they were like right next to each other, but apparently they were separate buildings.
No, separate buildings, separate signs. One's a barber, the other one fixes computers. I assume they're both Vietnam vets. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I think it's the same Gary.
It's not the same Gary,
right? I'm thinking of the same Gary. He has one cell phone for both businesses, so he just is in whichever one, and then he gets he only takes reservations, so he has to schedule carefully.
I didn't see any of the barbershops either, so I assume Gary's the go-to guy in this town.
Right. Yeah, he's Ray from Schitt's Creek, as we said earlier. There were some other really good ones.
Planet Mart.
Planet Mart, yeah, or Planet Mart.
Yeah, it was Planet Mart. That's what it was called.
It's either Planet Mart or it's Planet Mart.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Not sure.
Yeah.
So there's a place called Planet Mart, and we don't know if it's a place that sells planets, or if it's a place that sells marts, like a.
It looked like a 7-Eleven. Is what it looked like.
Yeah. You go there. You're looking to start a franchise. You just buy like a 7-Eleven or a Sheetz or something. Yeah, I don't know, but that was funny too. What were some other ones? There was one other one that was really funny.
The Mansion.
Oh. There's a place called there's apparently a mansion around here, and it is labeled. Just so you don't miss it. Yeah. But you can't see it from the road, so I don't know. We can't confirm if it's real or not. I think Chris, you were going to tell a story earlier. You were talking to Dave.
I was trying to figure out how to segue to ethnic cleansing.
Okay.
That's good enough. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? It's just it's like.
I just want to know where you're going with this. I have no idea where this is going.
It's just really easy being white, and I don't think enough white people realize that. And black people do. And it's easy.
Yeah.
It really is to be white.
Yeah.
And whenever I talk to white people about this shit, they're always like, no, and there's always like this but, and I
can't say the N-word though, so there's that.
Well, and even sometimes the arguments are not valid, but I will at least listen to them. And this is how stupid this is. The other day, Like, I am a white person. White person,
Yes,
ask
you are.
questions later. Yeah. Everything about me is white.
Yeah.
I do horrible, horrible white things all the time.
There's not 1 ounce of any other ethnicity in you at all.
So I exercised my right to be white the other day. I went to a supermarket. I pronounced that word like a white person. I went to a supermarket, and I had a really rough day. I had a really hard day, and I said, you know what? I am going to do a whippet.
Oh, I remember this, yeah. Okay.
In the supermarket.
Not in the suit. No,
Oh, okay.
no. I'm a productive member of society. I'm not in there.
I just want to see like
Puffing nitrous.
a middle-aged dad just being like, you know what? I think today I'm going to do a whippet. Just the one. You know, to really even me out. Feels like a whippet kind of day.
Yeah, this country would be a lot better if people did that.
I agree. Everyone would be a
a
little
whippet's
bit tougher.
$2. Okay, it's going to ease you out. I mean, I'm sure there's brain damage, but whatever. Everything causes brain
I've
damage.
done a lot of whippets on my day, and I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I went to the supermarket, and I bought myself a whippet, and it was raining really hard. Like it was.
You buy yourself a can of whipped cream. Let's just say
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Buy a
yeah.
For those of you that aren't degenerates, a whippet is whenever you just inhale the gas from inside of a whipped cream canister.
That's true.
You don't turn it upside down. You just press the thing while it's right side up, and you inhale it.
I like how you're telling people how to do drugs. Like, in case you didn't know,
Some people don't
this
know how
is
to
how
do
you do
whippets.
drugs.
Just for the people who are listening, who already knew how to do a whippet? Just real show of hands, real fast. One. There we go. That
Yeah,
guy did.
it was
so,
it was
perfect.
Brian. We were friends in high school. He's probably seen me do one.
My explanation was no. There at least one person was helped by that little piece of info that I just gave. So
I go outside and it's raining, and I'm looking all around and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. Like I don't want to get wet. I'm gonna do drugs outside of this supermarket. That's where I'm gonna do them. So I open up a can of whipped cream, and I'm sitting there, and I take a whole huge whippet. And I'm like, man, this was the right thing to do. This tempered myself. I'm okay. And
no one ever says to themselves like, man, I really should have done that one whippet. I feel worse now.
that's true. Yeah, you always feel okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and my vision comes back into focus, and then there's the cops. And I see them. They're walking over to me.
Where were you exactly? Outside of your car? Like,
Oh no, man! I was
sidewalk?
literally like outside of the supermarket. I was standing like right out front of the supermarket.
Wow.
Yeah, with the I don't know, whatever you call the thing that was
Awning?
covering me. I guess an awning, but it's thicker than that.
Okay.
It's like a super thick awning.
The thawing.
Sure, whatever.
I'm sorry.
2 cops come up to me, both white guys. Sir, you okay? Yeah, I'm great. Just did a whippet. I said, yeah, we see that you are possibly abusing this substance. And I said, you mean the whipped cream?
Is that illegal even though?
No.
I didn't think so. You can't. I mean, public intoxication is, but you can't be.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what they were trying to get me on.
Yeah.
And they said, okay. And they were busting probably a black guy, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that wasn't my color.
Right.
And they were like, okay, well, can you come over? It stopped raining at this point. They waited. They waited until it stopped raining, and they said, hey, can you come over and, like, talk to us for a second? I was like, yeah. I was like, do you mind, like, can I bring my groceries over? I had groceries. I mean, I wasn't just there buying whippets. And they said, yeah. Okay.
Of course not.
They completely obliged me. I didn't go in handcuffs. I walked over. I carried my bags. They didn't touch me.
You just said that real white. I didn't go into handcuffs.
No, exactly. That's how glorious it is to be this porcelain color.
Continue the story.
So I go over, and they're like, hey, so what are you doing? Like, we're concerned about you. You are doing...
We see you as an actual other human being.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, I had a hard day, and I just wanted to suck on a little bit of whipped cream and get a little high for a second, and it was raining, and I just did that in a public place, and that's what happened. They're like, okay. Would you mind turning out your pockets? And I said, absolutely. So I gave them my wallet, and I put my keys down. Again, I'm not in handcuffs. Their hands are in their pockets, okay? Their guns are holstered. and I pull out a handful of weed pills, and I set those down because I'm prescribed the weed pills.
Okay.
And they said, "So what's that?" And I said, "Those are weed pills." And they said, "Okay." And I said, "Yeah, I have a prescription. We can literally walk right over to Rite Aid over there, and they'll tell you that that's my prescription." And they said, "Okay, well, do you think you should consult a doctor about, doing some whipped cream illicitly? Do you think you should consult a doctor about that while you have weed in your system?" And I said, "No, I bought it in the dairy aisle. I mean, there's no way that I'm going to consult a doctor about anything I buy in the dairy aisle unless I'm lactose intolerant."
It's good. Sorry.
So they let me go. They just looked at me, they didn't question anything about what I had on me. They didn't question anything. They didn't give me a drug test. They did nothing. They didn't give me a sobriety test. They told me to be careful. Because that's what cops tell white people. They say, "You be careful."
All right, be careful out there. There's a lot of people who are on us out there.
It was a canine unit.
It's going to be
they had
dangerous.
a dog.
So the superpower that you have is being able to be patient while the police waste your time.
It's not a superpower. Not enough people utilize it.
That is absolutely a superpower. The first thing I'd be like, "Can we talk to you for a second?" But like, why?
Oh, you don't do that.
No. If I have nothing to do, like I'm not in a hurry, like then I'll be like, "Yeah, no, why? What? How can I help you, sir?" There. I have no patience for being questioned by authority figures at all. It's like, I'm an adult in America. You can fuck off.
You know why white people don't get this? Because they don't utilize that audacity enough. They don't.
Right.
Because they see the cops and they're like,
"Oh my God, I could be in trouble." It's like, what do you mean in trouble? Like, this isn't school. You're not the principal. Like, I'm not going to get in trouble.
Like the police have a permanent record.
Yeah. Sir, you can't do that. We're going to put that on your permanent record. Other people can see it whenever they want. And that's pretty serious. So maybe you should. As the age-old adage goes, fuck the police. You heard it here first.
This is not the first time anybody's heard that.
Maybe. I don't know. We're in Butler.
I've seen like 3 tweets with that, and they're all in the Library of Congress. You can go to the Library of Congress and see "fuck the police."
I love the idea that the song "Fuck the Police" is forever enshrined, recorded in the Library of Congress. That's amazing to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love that. So we had an idea for a segment. We've got a few minutes left before we have to leave. So we have a new, not a new segment, but a segment that is, I think, could be really fun live. We're going to do Ask Jerr, where this fine gentleman here is going to solve anyone's problem that has a problem or an issue or just a question. So if anybody out there in the audience has an issue they'd like to bring to the table for J-Man, he's pretty good at solving problems. So just anybody, just like please don't be shy.
Any problem.
Just come on up here. We'll hand you a microphone. You can ask J-Man your question, and then he'll solve whatever problem you might have. So, do we have any issues out in the audience right now? Anybody? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please, sir. Please come up here, sir. Yes. Come on all the way up here. Here, why don't we? I'm just gonna hand this to you so the audience can hear you too.
What are we gonna do about Steve Harvey?
What is Steve Harvey doing? I don't know.
He's cooning it up right now, man.
I don't know.
He's making it extremely tough for.
You're making this extremely tough for me right now.
I can answer this. I'm white enough.
He's making it extremely tough for black people to like come outside and feel good about themselves. It's very tough, you know. I'm like, we gotta, So what's the solution for this guy? Did you hear about it? Like,
no. What's happening?
He told Flint to drink dirty water. That's some coonish shit, man. What are we gonna do about it?
That's an excellent question because I agree. Steve Harvey is a bastard. Yeah. So
I've always found Steve Harvey like quite nice. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. He hosts Family Feud, doesn't he? He hosts Family Feud. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm so confused about what he just said.
Okay. So. So.
Cooning it up.
You can't say that.
Oh, I can't say that.
No, yeah. Oh. Yeah. You just
I don't know what this even means.
So in the future, you probably shouldn't say that. But
all right.
So Steve Harvey, he is what I would say a better term would be an Uncle Tom. Yeah, he's an Uncle Tom. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because he is.
Did you not hear my story about how awesome it is to be white?
Yeah. Okay.
You know how Tyler Perry?
He's trying to be white.
You know how Tyler Perry makes a lot of money off of just like creating black stereotypes?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Where it's like, Steve Harvey is he goes out there and he does this little fucking dance for like the Family Feud crowd. But I don't even know where to start with that's.
That is a complex issue.
So yeah, we had like 5 minutes left, and you brought Steve Harvey. That's fair, yeah. No, Steve.
Also, this is like ask a white dude here. Like you can't. Like
yeah, he doesn't even know about Steve Harvey. Like the actual problem. That was a. I'm gonna field this one. Just to kind of go in the same direction as we were just going. The solution is fuck Steve Harvey. That's the solution.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Him and who's the other guy you said?
Oh,
should do a movie.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. Yeah.
Tyler Perry's
do
worse.
a movie together.
Is Tyler Perry worse? I think Tyler Perry's worse. I don't know. That's
I think I know what you mean by that though.
Yeah. You're like, wow. Okay, I see what you're doing here. You're making money. Good for you. Selling out your people. he's the dude who'd be on the shore waving goodbye to the ships, being like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's how we got to ethnic cleansing. All right.
Yeah,
I was wondering how we were going to get there eventually.
That is called a retcon. What time is it now?
I don't know. Everyone was so happy before when, they were talking about Halloween 3.
Yeah, and we just we brought it to. We always try to bring it to the darkest possible place, and that was not an intentional pun. I just realized that, but we try to really go hard, ask the tough questions, like what are we going to do about Steve Harvey? So I don't know. I think we filled up a little bit of time there. The J-Man. Oh, actually, we have to go to a show. We're about to open it for Living Color. Actually, yeah. So we have to go back to Allentown. You won't be hearing this before that, but if you were there somehow, thank you for coming out. But yeah, thanks for everybody who came out here too to Reclamation. Let's hear it one more time for Reclamation.
Reclamation!
Yeah! I like whenever, like having a microphone, you can just be like, whoop, 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 and then just start clapping and everyone's like, yeah! Like I could just say probably anything, like, I don't know, like, let's hear it for the street outside. All right. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Butler.
It works every time. Streets. All right. That's how I got here. All right. So go around the table and say goodbye to everybody. Chris?
I do really like streets. Can we just put that out there? Like, I know it's a joke, but streets are good. They're good for everybody.
We were talking about that in the car. Yeah. In the car here, we were talking about how, like, is it Route 8?
Yeah.
Like, it's really impressive. Like, it's a really long, it's like a 4 or 5, 6 lane road at some points. Like, and they like drilled through a mountain range. That's really impressive. Good job, everybody.
And you can buy any type of vehicle you want on this road. If you want a tractor, if you want a Peterbilt Mack truck, if you want a regular truck, if you want something really weird at the mansion there's probably some weird vehicle out there. You can purchase it on this strip of road coming out to this place.
Yeah. I can't wait for the future where we're like, teleporters, right? I was just at home. It was great.
Like the Home Depot in Butler definitely is going to have teleporters in like 2026.
No, it's going to... No, we're from Pittsburgh. We'll have them in 2026. They'll have them in 2036 around here, or at least...
I don't know. I think this is the place to be for teleporters.
Okay. Maybe there's someone in the garage right now working on that.
But you know what? When they get teleporters here, their streets will still be fucking banging.
Yeah.
They'll still take care of them.
Yeah, and they'll still have those old parking meters as well.
Yeah.
I really dig that, by the way. I hate those kiosks. The obelisks, I hate them. Anyway.
I hate all kiosks. Yeah, I should probably say goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye.
J-Man.
See ya.
I'm Jared. We're Grown-Up Human Comic People. You can find us on all the social media. Just search that on the computer machine that's in your house or in your hand or in your pocket. So, thanks for listening, and good night! Or good evening, or afternoon. Whatever. Oh, special thanks to Brian.
Yeah,
Brian Howe.
special thanks to Sykes.
Yeah, check out Start the Beat. His podcast is also on Epicast Network, and shout out to Epicast. Thanks a lot, Brian, for recording this episode because we are irresponsible. So thank you.
Day also brought up all that shit earlier with the
thanks
weird,
to Day for putting this together.
The weird question.
Yes.
All right, now goodbye.
All right, now we can stop. All right, everybody, bye.